Hi everyone. So today, what's the date? The 4th of December 2018 will go down in history as one of the most important days in British history, entire political British history, because for the first time ever today, ministers have been found in contempt of Parliament, which is now, we don't know which ministers, by the way, yet. It's still got to be decided. They could all be locked in prison tomorrow. Who knows? Obviously, that's not going to happen, but we can wish. Um, we can go over to the Houses of Parliament right now, actually. Let me just set this up because the Houses of Parliament are still answering questions, and obviously, they've still got a hell of a lot to do tonight. They're probably going to be up until 5 a.m. and this is what the scene looks like at the moment. And there's the Tory government crashing down all the way down. There's Gove gone. He's gone. Angela Leadsom still talking while this is all going on. You can guarantee that that's happening. That is the Conservative government right now in this country. Right now. This is a disaster. So this could very well lead to a vote of no confidence in the next 48 hours. But there are so many different possibilities as to what can happen right now. To be honest, I'm a little confused. Because, like I say, this is the first government in history to be found in contempt of Parliament. This is all to do with that guy who's called Geoffrey Cox, who's the Attorney General to the government, and he looks, as you can see here, like somebody who just knows. As somebody pointed out, he's going to be the answer to at least one pub question for the foreseeable future in every single pub quiz up and down the country. The government and him have said that they're not going to release the full legal advice that have given the government. Now, obviously, there was a vote a few months ago, might have been in November actually, to say that they should have. So they have gone against what Parliament actually voted for. And they are saying this is in the national interest. Now, this is leading to many people to speculate that there is more in this advice than they are making out, that actually it's going to be worse than what we know at the moment. We'll see tomorrow when the paper is published. We'll see what's inside it. Personally, I won't be looking for what they've hidden at all and what they were trying to hide. I'll actually be looking for what really was the excuse for them to give that we're not going to publish this because doing so is against the national interests. That's what I'm going to be looking at, because they use this as a sweeping brush, don't they, in the national interest, and it goes against, the national interest. They do it with D-notices all the time. So I'll be looking at that tomorrow to see exactly why they wouldn't publish this paper, or whether it was just one of those ridiculous excuses they usually give out. So they've got to publish this illegal advice tomorrow. Technically, he could and should, this Geoffrey Cox, be in a prison inside Big Ben at the moment. Technically, he could. Technically, Theresa May. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lan Rothman. That's very, very kind of you. Is it Ilan Rothman? You're awesome. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. It's always nice when somebody says something nice. But yeah, technically, Theresa May could be in the Tower of London, or should be in the Tower of London overnight until this full advice has been given. So they've voted it down. What do we know now, and what do we know? What have we learned from today? Well, what we've learned from today is Brexit can be cancelled legally. That's the advice from the Attorney General, that Brexit can be cancelled. It can be stopped. He also found in those documents that we could be tied to the EU indefinitely, because essentially what we're doing is letting them be the arbiters of whether we exit this agreement or not. And if they say no, we can't. I suppose we knew that already, but he confirmed it today. It's possible, as I said, he could be sent to Big Ben, but I don't think that will happen. And with regards to what happens now going forward, all options are on the table. All of them. And the reason all options are on the table is because they also lost a second vote in the Houses of Parliament. I think they called this the Grieve vote or something like that. And that one was just as big, really, because in losing that one, essentially Theresa May, who has been saying for the last 10 days or 2 weeks or so, it's my deal, or no Brexit at all, essentially that vote almost takes no deal off the table. It means that the government will have a final say on amendments, etc. And so those who were scared and worried about a no deal and what the possible repercussions of that, maybe you can sleep a little easier tonight knowing that the MPs have the final say. And it's highly unlikely that the MPs would vote for a no deal. So that's pretty much smashed Theresa May's it's my deal, no deal, or no Brexit at all scenario, of which I said was a bluff anyway a few days ago. This has been an absolute shambles, to be quite honest. An absolute shambles of a day. And more importantly, it's highlighted just how much of a shambles this government is, because for this to happen for the first time in history, I mean, we're going back hundreds of years here. It's not like we're a country that's only 5 minutes old, but this is unprecedented for this to happen. Totally unprecedented, and it's happened under Theresa May's and the Tories government. And the reason it's happened, of course, is because they are protecting the United Kingdom from breaking up, and they will not answer the question on Northern Ireland. They do not want to answer that question. They don't even want to ask the question. They don't want to ask the people of Ireland what they want, which I think is just, at least ask them, what do you want? So we'll see. And that's the state of play with regards to, at the moment, we don't know what is going to happen going forward. We know that a no-deal Brexit is slightly less possible, but it is possible. Nothing is off the table at the moment. And my favourite clip of the day sums the whole thing up. It comes from Jacob Rees-Mogg, and he said this.
We're not the pantomime season quite yet.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are, because that's exactly what this is, Jacob Rees-Mogg. This is a pantomime, and the reaction to him saying that said it all.
All right, I give in on that one, Mr. Speaker. I am defeated on that particular point, but not on the substantive one.
That's what it is. It's a pantomime. Now, I've been looking at all possible scenarios. There is a possible scenario that Jeremy Corbyn could be Prime Minister by Christmas. I tell you now, that is a possible scenario. Other possible scenarios, all deals are on the table. Theresa May could resign in the morning. Theresa May, let's face it, probably would have resigned by now if she was anybody else. So if she hasn't resigned by now, chances are she won't. I'm never writing that woman off ever again. But that's the situation at the moment. A complete pantomime in the UK government. And I, for one, am quite embarrassed of the way they have acted on our behalf. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.